In July 2020, NASA launched a rover named Perseverance toward Mars, aiming for a place called Jezero Crater, an ancient river delta where water once flowed billions of years ago. Scientists believe this location might hold evidence of past microbial life. The rover's journey would take nearly 7 months, traveling more than 300 million miles through space, with no chance for correction once it arrived. When Perseverance reached Mars on February 18, 2021, it entered the planet's atmosphere at extreme speed. Engineers on Earth could only watch and wait, knowing that radio signals take about 11 minutes to travel between Mars and Earth. This meant the rover had either already landed safely or crashed before anyone could react. The landing sequence was entirely automated. As the rover descended, a heat shield protected it from intense temperatures caused by atmospheric friction. A supersonic parachute deployed to slow it down, followed by a complex sky crane system that lowered Perseverance gently onto the Martian surface. NASA referred to this moment as the 7 minutes of terror because a single failure would end the mission instantly. When confirmation of a successful landing arrived, scientists and engineers erupted in celebration. Perseverance began sending back images of the Martian surface, revealing rocky terrain and dried riverbeds. These images confirmed that Jezero Crater once contained flowing water, increasing hope that signs of ancient life could still be preserved there. The rover carried advanced instruments to analyze soil and rock samples, drilling into the surface and storing sealed samples for a future return to Earth. It also tested producing oxygen from the Martian atmosphere, a breakthrough that could allow future astronauts to survive on Mars. Alongside Perseverance was a small helicopter named Ingenuity, which became the first aircraft to achieve powered flight on another planet. Its success proved that aerial exploration beyond Earth is possible. The mission marked a turning point in space exploration and showed how far human innovation can reach when curiosity and persistence come together.
After the initial success of the Perseverance mission, the rover continued its slow and careful journey across Jezero Crater. Day by day, it navigated sharp rocks, steep slopes, and fine dust that could damage its instruments. Every movement was planned in advance by engineers on Earth, sometimes taking days just to decide the safest path forward. There was no room for mistakes this far from home. As Perseverance explored deeper into the crater, it began uncovering rocks formed in ancient lake beds. These formations suggested that Mars once had stable water for long periods of time, not just brief floods. This discovery strengthened the idea that Mars may have once supported life, even if only at a microscopic level. Each new finding added another piece to the planet's long-lost history. The rover also faced challenges. Dust storms reduced visibility and coated its instruments, making data collection more difficult. Engineers had to carefully manage power usage and temperature as Mars shifted between extreme cold nights and warmer days. Despite these obstacles, Perseverance continued operating, proving the durability of human engineering in one of the harshest environments imaginable. Meanwhile, Ingenuity continued flying beyond its original mission limits. What was supposed to be a short technology test turned into a long-term scouting tool, helping Perseverance avoid dangerous terrain. Each successful flight pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in an atmosphere so thin that flight should not work at all. Back on Earth, scientists analyzed the data non-stop. Every image, every chemical reading, and every drilled sample was studied in detail. Schools, universities, and space agencies followed the mission closely, using it as inspiration for future engineers and scientists. Perseverance became more than a rover. It became a symbol of exploration. The mission is still ongoing, with plans to return its collected samples to Earth in the future. If successful, those samples could answer one of humanity's biggest questions, whether life ever existed beyond our planet. Perseverance's journey continues, not just across Mars, but in expanding humanity's understanding of the universe. As the Perseverance mission continued, the excitement of the landing slowly gave way to the reality of long-term exploration. The rover began pushing farther into Jezero Crater, navigating terrain that had never been studied up close before. Engineers treated every movement carefully, knowing that one wrong turn could damage critical systems and end years of planning. Progress was slow, but that caution was intentional. Over time, Perseverance encountered rock formations that told a deeper story about Mars's past. Layered sediments showed signs of long-lasting water, suggesting that lakes may have existed for thousands or even millions of years. This discovery changed how scientists understood the planet, proving Mars was not always a dry and hostile world, but once had conditions that could support life. The rover focused heavily on collecting samples from these ancient environments. Each rock was drilled, analyzed, and sealed inside specialized tubes designed to remain uncontaminated for years. These samples were carefully documented and placed on the surface, waiting for a future mission to retrieve them. Their return to Earth could answer questions scientists have debated for decades. Challenges were constant. Dust storms reduced visibility and affected power efficiency. Temperature swings stressed mechanical components, while software issues occasionally forced mission pauses. Because of the communication delay between Earth and Mars, engineers had to predict problems before they happened. Perseverance relied on autonomous systems to protect itself, marking a major shift in how robotic missions operate. Ingenuity continued flying far beyond its original mission timeline. Its aerial views helped scientists understand the surrounding landscape and avoid dangerous routes. What began as a short experiment became a critical support system, influencing how future planetary missions will be designed. As new data arrived on Earth, researchers analyzed every detail. News outlets reported discoveries, classrooms followed updates, and the mission became a reminder of what patience and planning can achieve. Perseverance is still active, still exploring, and still adding to humanity's understanding of Mars, one careful step at a time.